and then a month later getting it done. So again, I think that there's actually a pretty good relationship between the team and the quarterback, despite the optics of that statement, despite the optics of the extension.
Yeah.
Eventually, I think these two sides will come back together.
Interesting stuff. All right, Jeff Darlington, thank you. We'll check in with you in just a little bit. So, guys, this does seem kind of head-scratching considering all the drama that's happened with Kyler Murray over the last few days. And now you sit and you take a step back, and Kliff Kingsbury's getting an extension. Marcus, do you think he deserved it?
Keim deserves one, not Kliff Kingsbury. I don't know what the hell he did to deserve an extension. I mean, it was a good season at the beginning of the year, and we were high on Arizona. They won games. I don't want to discredit that, but we saw the normal fall off. Take a look at this. This is fact. This is not Marcus Spears hating on Kliff Kingsbury. This is Kliff Kingsbury record in the second half of the season for all intents and purposes. So you tell me if you deserve an extension. I think you put him on a one. This is what I would have done if I'm the Arizona Cardinals. Kliff, you got 1 year. We know that you did a good job last year. We got to the playoffs and we looked unprepared and horrible, okay? And I don't know if this helped facilitate calming Kyler Murray down or making the relationship better. That may be a part of the extension to give him some type of clarity on whether Kliff will be there or not. But the bottom line is, those numbers that we just saw on that graphic that my man HB Buggy, our researcher, put together, that don't warrant no extension. And I'm going to let Keyshawn talk, because where I'm from, the NFL is about what you are doing, the results that you are getting, and he ain't getting the results of no 5-year extension.
So I don't know where to go with this, because I feel I feel a little bit about what Marcus is saying, and I feel a little bit about what I think. I think at the same time, you have to look at the team continuing to grow every single year under Kliff Kingsbury. Mm-hmm. They've gotten better every single year in the win column, which is fair. But they've collapsed in the second half, partly due to his coaching, partly due to not having his quarterback there due to injury. So when you look at it, you say to yourself, do you not extend him and have him as a lame duck 1-year coach, stressing about an extension? Do you extend him to calm the waters? And on top of that, he's tied to the quarterback and the agent who represent them both. So you kind of caught in the middle as an organization. One of the things that they should have done when he signed on, they should have given him a long-term they should give him a long-term contract at that time. But I guess you can look at it now, Shay, and say, well, this is essentially a long-term deal because they could cut bait. They just would be, eating about 4 years of money after next season if it goes south and they don't continue to grow and they fall flat on their face.
No doubt. Key, I understand why it's confusing. I understand it because, to your point, like, if you see record improvement over years that Kliff has been there, you understand where you are. And then on the flip side, I look at not only that, but the division that they're in as well. Like, that division for seemingly is going to be tough. Obviously, Seattle is in flux, and we don't know what they're going to do. But here's the thing for me, man. Like, at what point do you say we're believing in hiring a coach or extending a coach that we think can eventually get us to where we want to go? And I just don't. I think Kliff needed to prove that. That's my only point. I think you should have given him 1 year to prove that.
But think about it, though, in all fairness, from 5 to 8 to 10, or 5 to 8 to 11, and a wild card loss against the Super Bowl champion. So I want to be fair to Kliff Kingsbury. Do I think overall he is the guy to lead the Cardinals to win the Super Bowl? No, I don't, because I don't think that he is a dynamic coach. This is not Sean McVay. Yeah. He may have a cool house and a cool look, and girls might think he fly and all that sort of stuff, but he's not Sean McVay. And I think they're paying thinking that they're getting Sean McVay.
The reality of the situation is he hasn't proven anything really at the college level in the NFL since Kliff Kingsbury took over in 2019.
Let's not even talk about college.
Exactly. The Cardinals have the 6th worst record in the NFL from November on. Meanwhile, let's talk about the Packers and what's going on with Aaron Rodgers, because he's the most coveted QB on the market right now. No player has ever been traded the season after winning the MVP. So, will Aaron Rodgers stay in Green Bay or...
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.